Alright folks, welcome back. Today we're kicking it old school. Old school because we were doing cryptid and Perkeo stuff 6 months ago, before anybody else. By now I'm sure the rest of you've all been here before too. But what's so interesting about this particular run is how quickly we've been able to assemble all of the pieces. In just the first 8 antes, before starting endless mode here, we already have 2 blueprints. We can copy Perkeo to get extra cryptids, we can copy the Baron for more points, the Burglar gives us extra hands for when that's relevant in the future, and we can use DNA to get more copies of these Red Seal Kings. We already have the Red Seal King, it just happens to be polychrome. Doesn't need to be polychrome, but it's fine that it is. More important, these are Gold Kings. These are Red Seal Gold cards, so we can get extra money on top of the points that we get from the Baron. Voucher wise, we don't have the antimatter yet, so we are still looking for that extra Joker slot in the future, but we have the boss reroll voucher, so maybe not super relevant to us right now, but this is something that we want to have for the future, so it's nice that we have it already. If you haven't already seen the part 1 to this run, the first 8 antes of this run, absolutely insane. One of the luckiest runs that I've ever had, and so even if you've seen kind of this scoring technology before, maybe not quite like this. As always, I put the links in the video description. The reason why we care for this particular run, the reason why we care about getting all of these pieces so early, why is that exciting? Because ultimately, we're trying to go for the biggest throwback. Throwback, you get X mult when you skip blinds. Once we know that we have all of the pieces for the run that we want, now we can start skipping. We can just skip every round. The world record, by the way, on the throwback is 7.5. I believe we can double that. Let's give it a try. So for starters, let's use, we've got a little bit of plutonium from the last round here, from the blue seals. Make sure we copy the percolator with the blueprints and go next. Okay, shopping wise, we take most of the vouchers just to get them out of the way, so I guess we'll take the Hone voucher here. I think these celestial packs, we don't have the telescope yet, and so the only planet that we care about is the Pluto cards for the high card. I think here I'm not going to take these. I'm actually just going to save my money. Even though this is a jumbo pack and you have a pretty good chance of getting the plutonium, I'm just going to save my money. We can get enough plutonium from these blue seals, presumably. I want to save my money so that in the future I have money that allows me to use the boss reroll. Let's just go next. Okay. So we can take a skip here for a voucher. Well, we're going to take all the skips, but it's nice to get some benefit from the skips that we're already planning on doing. So we get the voucher. The boss here says we can't play high cards. We can get a boss reroll. Okay, play only one hand is actually not a problem when we have the Burglar, because you get the extra hands after the debuff from the boss. So we don't need to reroll here, we can just go next. Taking us up to 10 hands. Okay, we've got active DNA. I want to copy more of these Red Seal Kings. Let's ship it. That's probably enough points with just the Baron. We don't need to copy the Baron with the blueprints this time. And they're demonstrating a decent amount of money. Okay, that's it for now, kind of. So the next round we've got 2 million points. 2 million points we can do by copying the Baron with the blueprints. Let's switch over to the percolator here. We definitely take the vouchers. Nice. Okay, we can open the Arcana pack. Sometimes what I like to do with the Arcana packs is I'll re-roll for tarot cards first, and then that way if there's a tarot card that I might want to use inside the Arcana pack. Here I'm trying to be conservative with my money. I'm trying to save my money for the boss re-rolls. in the future, and so maybe I'm not re-rolling in the shop very much. You know, if I re-roll in the shop and let's say we find a joker that we want, maybe we're looking for a mime, for example, what would we sell for the mime? I would probably get rid of the DNA, but maybe what I want to do is I want to keep the DNA for a couple more rounds, just boss rounds, just, you know, a couple more antes to make more of these red seals first, and then when I have more of these cards, once I'm done with the DNA, then I can re-roll and then look for a mime. Let's open the Arcana pack. Okay, we've got the Hungman here, we've got Death. Would you rather use Death to make another copy of these Red Seal Kings, or use the Hungman to remove 2 cards? Me personally, I prefer to remove 2, so let's go Queen and 8 here, remove both. We already have plenty of Red Seal Kings, and we will make more with the DNA. Right now what we're focused on is we want to have less of the bad cards rather than, you know, just having more of the good cards. Okay, standard packs I don't need any. We already have the perfect kings in our deck, so let's just go next. Alright, for this round we do the full skip to the boss. Now the boss says all face cards are face down. Probably I don't want that because I want to be able to use the DNA to copy the correct king. So let's do a little re-rolling here. Diamonds debuffed, that's totally fine. Make sure we copy the Burglar for the extra hands. Extra hands, by the way, that's extra money for us. We can use DNA here and copy this king. I don't think this wins right away. So I think what I'll do, if I play these, I can find maybe a Red Seal King, and then that would give me more money. Okay, so now that we have all the Red Seal Kings, if you want to do it for science, this is what it looks like. So we used 2 ectoplasms already. One ectoplasm gave us -6 cents. Second ectoplasm gave us negative per KO. So we only have hand size 6. This is what it looks like. E12 with just the 5 kings in hand. Okay, so that's what the next couple of antes will look like. In the future, the reason why we're copying all these cryptids so that we can use cryptids to add more cards to our hand, and we can use that for more points if we want. Since we're skipping every round, we're skipping all the small and big blinds, we only have 28 antes left. We only have 28 rounds left. We only need to survive 28 rounds. Go next. Okay, since we got the discounted rerolls here, we could reroll a little bit. We get the glow up voucher. Cool, I guess. Yeah, I'll take some discounted rerolls. I guess we could look for planet cards. We could look for maybe a Hermit or Temperance. Maybe go one more. Maybe one more. Okay, Hermit. I'll take a Hermit. Alright, that's it. You know, there's always a chance you get maybe a Brainstorm, I would accept, or Mime, or just random negatives in the shop. Otherwise, let's just go next. Okay, so this boss, extra large blind, we already know that we can beat this one, so let's just skip. I don't need anything other than plutonium. Okay, DNA for the kings. And I want to dig for more kings so we can get the extra gold card. Okay, that should work. We can play this jack. This is going to be slightly less points because we don't have the polychrome card, we just have the regular jack. So E11 instead of E12. And let's see here, each king gives us $6. If we have 5 of them, that's $30, which is not that much money, to be honest. Okay, copy the percolator. We've got Andrew here. The next boss says face down cards. Face down is probably fine. Okay, we don't need Andrew here. I'm not going to take the devil. Our cards are mostly gold already, and I don't want Perkeo to copy anything other than cryptids. I don't want to waste it. We could open a celestial pack, or we can save our money for interest. Not interest. Sorry, that's what I always say, save money for interest. Actually, we got plenty of money. No, I want to save my money for boss rerolls in the future. Let's not take the planet merchant. So the plan is to go 30 antes. And if I'm going, or 30 more antes, I want to go 38 antes total. In which case, we're going to eventually see all of the vouchers. Eventually we'll get the antimatter. We don't need to take this planet merchant. Let's just go next. Okay, copy the burglar. Skip to the boss, and that's it. So, you know, we've already gone through, we're just skipping every round. We've already gone through 4 antes, no problem. We can copy DNA here for another king. By the way, because DNA, the way that it works, DNA, we've got 1, 2, 3 with the 2 blueprints. You play 1 card and then it adds 3 cards. And so even though our max hand size is 6, we now have extra cards in our hand. When I play this king here, play the 6 here, instead of having 5 kings left over, now I have 7 kings. You actually have extra cards. We will score extra points. This only works if your starting hand is already 6 kings, or mostly kings, 5 kings at least. So now instead of E12, we can actually score E16. And then that's it. Okay, so telescope is fine. Polychrome satellite we don't care about. Try Arcana pack. I can use Death here. I can use Aura. I guess this gold king, do I want it to be gold or do I want more of these red seals? I think I want more of these red seals. Do the old switcheroo. Cool. Go next. Okay, boss says lose $1 per card played. That's fine. We will lose some money, but it's cheaper than re-rolling. Skip here for $65. Okay. Go next. Copy the DNA. E12, we could do E12. We just have to copy the king here. And then the question is, do we throw away these 4? And then if we throw away these 4, we only get to draw 2. Yeah. Okay, that cost me a little bit extra money. There we go. Now, this should be at least E11. Since this is just a vanilla jack here, it's not going to be E12. We don't have the polychrome king, but with a jack here, this should be E11 at least. And in an emergency, we can always use cryptids. Nice. Okay, we get the blank voucher here. One step away from the extra joker slot. We can, now that we have the telescope, we can take a celestial pack for plutonium. And we can't do the mail-in rebate because we have the burglar, so let's just go next. Okay, this boss says all of my hearts are going to be debuffed. That's not a problem. Handy tag for 57 bucks. Orbital tag. Go next. Okay, DNA. This might work. So when I have 6 kings in hand and nothing else, you play 1 and you get 5 left over, and then that's E12. This time, instead of E12, I can play this queen and hold 6 instead of holding 5. And so with the holographic here also, that should be E14. And if it's not, I have a few extra hands. I can use cryptid if I need to. Calculated. Okay. Ante 15 already. We can go. I'm gonna go Arcana first in case there's Temperance in here. We get the Hung Man. I think what I want to do, I think 7 and 4 we hang them and then we keep the 6, because the 6 sometimes you can feed it into the 6th sense in the future, eventually maybe. 7 and 4 we hang them. Then I will take liquidation. So 50% off, we can buy the plutonium. And the telescope gives us more plutonium. Okay, go next. Ooh, this boss is, I would describe this boss as kind of stinky. So the way this boss works, you when you play a card with DNA, the copies count as being previously played, and so you get extra cards added to your hand which are all debuffed, and that's bad. That's undesirable. We do need E17, and so E17 we might need to use some cryptids, and so here's what I'm thinking. I think it's time. I think it's time to flex the old. We got the retcon voucher, the boss reroll voucher. So the way that this works, we just reroll until we hit the Serpent. There it is. By the way, I've said this in the past, but when you're re-rolling for the bosses, there's only like, let's see here, if we go to the collection, how many? There's like 25 bosses that you can hit, right? Or 23 bosses or something like that. For you to have like a better than 95% chance of hitting the Serpent, it's 69 re-rolls. And then you have better than 95% chance to hit within your first 69 re-rolls. We can go copy the Burglar and then fight the Serpent. So the reason why we're using the Burglar is because now extra hands when you fight the Serpent, when you play a card, you get to draw cards. So play 1 king. And normally you don't get to redraw because we have max hand size 6, but against the Serpent we get extra. And we can keep going if we want. We can play this 5. And then the more cards that we draw, the more money that we make. Okay, now I'm gonna turn up the game speed. It is a little bit monotonous. So we spent like 300 bucks or like 200 bucks or something like that in order to reroll for the Serpent specifically. And on average it's gonna take about 200 or 300 bucks every ante. So I need to find a way to earn 300 bucks. And currently that way is filling up my hand with gold cards. If each card gives me $6, right? If each card gives me $6, then the way that we get 300 bucks is by holding on to 50 kings, maybe? Four of a kind jacks. You know, we might get there even without copying the Baron. E16 already. I just want the money. I don't actually want to win yet. Few hands left over. Anyway, boss reroll voucher, reroll into the Serpent. That saves us cryptids. I don't have to use the cryptids. I can just fill up my hand because of the Serpent. But when it's ante 16 now, so if we go next, this is, we've got an ante 8 boss, right? If we go to the collection, there's the normal bosses and then there's the ante 8 boss. Same for ante 16 and 24 and 32. And so no matter how many times I reroll this boss, it's not going to be the Serpent. It's just going to cycle through the 5 different ante 8 bosses. So options. Let's see here. We can take illusion here. We can take the voucher. I'm not going to take the standard packs because we already have the Red Seal Kings. I think maybe now I have enough kings. Let's look for a replacement for this DNA. The boss here, we can beat the boss using cryptids to get extra cards on our hand. We can also try to beat the boss with either a brainstorm or a mime, or maybe we can get a showman here. I'm willing to spend a little bit. I'm not sure how much, but we can go one more. Trading card, nope. We could get the +1 hand size. Technically that does give us more points. Let's do that. Maybe a troubadour. No on the certificate. Maybe wheel, polychrome. Maybe we can get a golden ticket. Golden ticket would give us a ton of money with the burglar. And then we can re-roll more in the future. Seance, nope. Plutonium, sure. $20 reroll. Give me a brainstorm. Hey look, it's a throwback. Throwback already 5.25. I did say before, right? The record that we're trying to beat, the record is currently 7.5. We're already up to ×5. So the throwback, you don't have to hold on to it the whole time. It is retroactive, so we can get the throwback later. Let's go next. We can pick up a mime here. Brainstorm would be better. Brainstorm, we could copy the percolator. Also, Brainstorm would give us more hands with the burglar. More hands means more hand size when you fight the Serpent. But I guess the mime is okay too. Let's go next. Okay, skip to the boss. Switch to the burglar. I don't need anything from standard packs. What about Mega Arcana? Yeah, this stuff really doesn't matter. What I could do is I could go strength on the 5, and then now I have an extra 6. For the boss here, debuffed until 1 joker sold. I'll reroll a little bit. Face down, nope. Forces a card, nah. Random joker disabled, nah. We just fight the purple one. It only cost me 50 bucks. The mime will give me money. Let's go next. Okay, so this doesn't win. I could play a 6 here. Let's do that. I must consider. So having ectoplasm gives us extra hand size. Extra hand size, we have extra joker slot. Extra joker slot, we can get brainstorm or blueprint or golden ticket. Okay. Okay. I would like for this not to win. Cool. So let's try this. The optimal scoring configuration, the card itself with the red seal, so this is 1, 2 activations, mine is 3 activations. 3 activations of Baron times 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3. Copy the Baron for scoring. Assuming that this wins, we then copy the mime after. Copy the mime. At the end of the round, there's a separate phase after the scoring, then you get the gold cards. You can copy the mime with the blueprint. That did not win, so we can use cryptids now. I think just 1 more cryptid should be fine. And ship it. So what was that, like E6? The 1 cryptid is E6. Remember that for the future, because we're gonna have to start counting cryptids. Well, eventually. Okay, that puts me at about 500 bucks. We get the extra hand size, that's useful. So I need to have enough money to reroll the boss. Okay. Reroll the boss into the Serpent. Okay. I want to use a little bit of rerolling in the shop so that we can try to find something for me to use my ectoplasm for. So I guess do a little rerolling. Death. Okay. Temperance is 16 bucks. Let's use death here to get rid of the ace. Go temperance. Golden ticket. We take those. So ectoplasm. Golden ticket. Now we don't reroll anymore. Oh no, my hands are so tiny. Alright, let's go next. So, ticket gives us money now, and then we get the brainstorm in the future. Okay, boss, we want the serpent. We want to copy the burglar here. Where's the serpent at? Wheel? Tooth? No. Manacle? No. There we go. Okay. Let's copy the golden ticket. So, If I play this gold card, I get money. Okay, if I play this gold card, I get money. How much money is it? Well, it's 12 bucks activated twice, so it's 24 bucks each. I would like to do this without scoring too many points. This will take a while, by the way. Even at the top speed, still gotta wait for all the hand animations. Okay, so that's E11. If I were more calculating, if I were paying closer attention, I could figure out, oh, now I have enough kings, I can start playing them 2 at a time for even more money. Like, how many kings do we need anyway? 2 at a time? I bet you 3 at a time. Though, any kings that we play for the golden ticket, okay, you play a king, we get 24 bucks per king, right? Because it's 12 activated twice. Every king that we hold in our hand, the mime will give us, copied with the blueprints, $15 each. Okay. So it is better money-wise to play them than it is to hold them. 1, 2... So we're at E14. I believe we can play 3 at a time now. Well, I guess it depends on whether or not we actually draw more kings or if we keep drawing more garbage. Alright, I'm gonna play this one. And then now for the final hand, we do this. We go copy the Baron for points. We can play... Now each gold card is only worth 8 bucks if I play it. So I'm going to play something else instead. I'm going to play, I guess, the Jack here. So play this, copying the Baron. And then switch to the Mime after for the money. Okay, so we should be at the point now where actually we get more money than we spend. You know, like we spend $300 re-rolling for the Serpent, but then we get more than $300. So we have a little bit of re-roll money as well. Mostly with the money, I want to try to save it for the end game. I do want to get the throwback eventually in the future, right? The way you get the throwback record is you got to buy the throwback, you got to find it in the shop. So I want to save my money to buy the throwback as late as possible. So maybe what we need to do is we need to start stockpiling. Though I do want to find the brainstorm. Getting the brainstorm would be kind of big. So do a little re-rolling. Star, nope. Pants, nope. Fool for plutonium. We can hold on to the fool. How deep do I want to go? We can go one more. $20 rerolls. Maybe we'll stop there. All right. Arcana pack. Okay, so fool, I guess I'll take the plutonium. Here, this queen, we can put the gold seal on and then play that for money as well. That's it. I don't want the tarot merchant either, so that we can try to get brainstorm more easily. We'll get the antimatter eventually. I'm not in a rush. Okay, so we can skip here. We can reroll the boss. Face down after played. Nope. Get rid of all the stinky bosses. There's the Serpent. Okay, Burglar. And then Ticket. Alright, show me the money. Alright, let's actually do the math on this. So, when I have 5 kings in hand, it's E12, and we said each cryptid card is E6, and then that's the same as if I play 1 and then I draw 3, that's the same as +2. So, okay, 12 is 5 kings in hand, or 6, and then -1 that you play the 1. Okay, and then each additional 2 gets me E6. So if I go 2 gets me to 18, 4 gets me to 24, 6, it'll be, let's go 8 to be safe. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 kings in hand. Let's try that. $14 kings minus this garbage. So where does that put us at? Alright, 16 minus 3. Go one more. Alright, we should be good now. Should be good now. So let's play 2 at a time. Actually, this is going to be way too many points. Let's play them 3 at a time. Another 2 at a time. Okay. Copy the Baron. We should count the kings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 kings. And some extras. So it's like 16 kings. Okay. So ship it. And we got $1,300. About to be more. Oh yeah. That was plenty. We could say that was plenty. Maybe we're being a little bit stingy, a little bit too conservative with our ticket money. We could get so much more money. We could find the parking money instead of the golden ticket. Let's do that. Or brainstorm. Bummer. Sorry, what was the voucher we just bought? Okay, $21 is fine. I kind of want the cola. Hold on. Negative tag. What if we go cola? Yes. Yes. Okay, give me another ticket. Sock and Buskin doesn't really do what we want in this configuration. To-do list for 4 of a kind? No. Do I want to spend $30 rerolls? Yeah, maybe. Giga Chad does not make me money. I guess it kind of does. We got the 1 gold card. Just the 1. Hey look, Temperance for 18 bucks. $35 rerolls. Fine, be that way. Go next. Whatever, we'll get the double negative. Discounted rerolls. Reroll the boss. Wheel, needle, There we go. Okay. So now we just want to fill up our hand so we can get all the mime money. I'm sad. I'm sad I lost my golden ticket. How much is the golden ticket worth anyway? Hundreds of dollars. $24 per king. This negative tag better be hitting. I'm gonna be upset. That's okay. They never hit anyway. No need to get too worked up about it. Okay. We almost have E30, even without copying the Baron. Okay, so if you wanted to, we could just do this, just copy the mime instead of copying the Baron. And then that way I don't have to move my jokers around. $52. And a little bit of money. Alright, give me that antimatter. Extra joker slot, please. Okay, we use up all the plutonium. Got the discounted rerolls, so bummer. Magician, nope. I guess I could take a glass. I could make a glass card in these Arcana packs. Negative rocket. There's another negative tag. Negative red card. Bummer. Alright. Do you want to do some re-rolling here? I'm willing to do a little bit. I'm interested in replacing the Giga Chad with another golden ticket. Or parking. Or do we want DNA? It's not like we don't want it. I really like this though. The negative rocket looks great. Take the devil here. Onk. Nope. Hey, look at that, +3. I could turn this card into glass. I could turn it into gold. Maybe actually I just want it to be gold. You know, since we got the mime and all. Use the hermit. Business card technically works. Business card instead of DNA. We could do that. Don't have room for the dice. That's okay. $20 rerolls. Let's just go next. And reroll the boss. You know that thing I said about saving money? Saving money for the throwback? Yeah, you know, we'll get there. We'll get the money later. Let's copy the burglar. Get another double tag. Or sorry, negative tag. Go next. We have another 6 here. I want to copy the business card for the money. This one you can't actually do it. You can't do it. -4 hand size, we can't. Because I only have 4 hand size. Bummer. Well, play this jack. Okay, so E44 we can do with all of the kings. That's when we copy the mime and not copying the baron. So I can still probably play some extra kings here. So I've got 16 cards in hand. Let's play one more. Okay, now I can probably play them 2 at a time. Not that much money from the business card, but you know, every little bit helps, I guess. Hey, we get $3 from the rocket because it gets the upgrade before the boss. I'm playing them 2 at a time because when you play 3, you don't necessarily redraw 3, right? Sometimes we draw this other garbage, and so maybe it's worth you play 2. Most of the time you draw 2, and if you get a few extras, it's okay. Okay. Wait. Actually, we get way more money from the mime, don't we? Compared to the business card. Beans. Oh well. Hey look, we could play a jack here. So, copy the Baron for points. Ship it. And then switch to the mime. Oh, actually, business card sucks. We threw away a lot of money. Oh well, we get $3 from the rocket. Hey, overstock? Okay. Level 33 high card. Go overstock here. Negative we. Oh no. We were one off. We were one off from the parking. Negative parking. I mean, I'm still gonna take it, but sad. Oh well. Fool for plutonium, or we can make a gold jack. Sure. Blue seal, not super important anymore. Priestess. Nope. Alright. So here we're gonna reroll the boss. We get the discounted rerolls. D6 tag is great if you do have a lot of money, because it makes if the rerolls start at 0 instead of starting at 5, every reroll is $5 cheaper. So if you reroll 5 times, you save yourself $25. If you reroll 10 times, you save yourself $50. So I could wait to reroll. Like here, we just get the parking money this round, and then the next round after the boss, we reroll. Sure, but I really want that brainstorm. Dang it. Okay. Copy the burglar. Wheel. Serpent. Got it. Now, with the mime, we said red seals are 1, 2, 3 activations. So we go 1, 2, 3 times the parking, and that should give us the most amount of money. I guess I'll play this 9. Nice. On the final hand here, I would like to have as many copies of the mime as possible, because more copies of the mime means more parking money. And I think when we did both blueprints on the mime, it was something like E51 or whatever. Maybe it's too close to call. Maybe we should go 1 mime, 1 baron, and that'll be plenty. Oh, we got a red seal jack. Keep the red seal because we get more triggers from the parking. Or maybe we're supposed to keep the gold card because the gold gets more money from the mime in the end. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter, we end up playing the jack anyway. Getting longer and longer. Larger and larger hands. Is it worth it for the money? Yes. I want to say, I don't know, we got like 500 bucks from parking or something like that. Maybe 700 bucks. Every time I play a hand, each individual king is $1.50 on average. Is that true? Wait, no, it's 3 times that. It's $4.50 per king. So if I have like 25 times 4.5, man, I really don't want to do the math. Let's say it's like $100 per hand. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go 1 Baron, 1 Mime, like this. Ship it. And then pull the Baron out of here, so we just copy the Mime for the gold cards at the end. Hey look, we're gonna get $5 from our rocket, and we got +3 on the red card. Oh yeah, that's plenty of points. So E82, when we have a split, 2 Barons, 2 Mimes. Nice. And we got the D6 tag. $2,000 reduce. We can get a discount on our rerolls. Okay, okay. Do a little rerolling. Sixes we don't have room for. Of course, it doubles the amount of parking money that we get. What kind of skip tags do we have here? We got garbage tag, boss reroll. Okay, that stuff doesn't matter. Death here we don't take. Mail-in rebate we can't do because we have the Burglar. Brainstorm? Where's the Brainstorm? Or Showman? I think a lot of dice. Anyway, what I was gonna say is I think we can re-roll pretty deep. Don't need the Midas Mask. Yeah, we can roll kind of deep because we have the parking money. It's okay if we're a little bit spendy. We got like $1,000 that last round, at least. Probably like a lot more than that. Maybe I should stop re-rolling. Maybe I should wait for the overstock voucher, the upgraded overstock voucher. I just want to go one more. One more? Okay. $50 rerolls. You could convince me that we should stop. I could be convinced. We'll get it the next time. Wheel? Nope. There's the Serpent. Copy the Burglar. Copy the parking. And that's it. Show me the money. Ooh. We got the gold seal. That's $3. That's $3 dues. Do I have any more 2s in my deck? I don't think I have any more 2s. I think that was one of the first things that I got rid of, my 2s. Two more 6s in the deck, I think. For the 6 cents. 2 more 6s. I should have played this one first, and then did the red seal one last. Because the red seal, you can re-trigger the parking. I can't wait till we're streaming this. I can't wait till we get the team together. Doing this all on my own. Sad. We have a mod. DJ Nasty. He's been working on an update for the Saturn mod. One of the updates. We have the better animation skip. The previous iteration of the animation skip was a little bit buggy. Also maybe an update for the consumable stacking mod. Completely rewritten. We don't have too many cryptids. We don't need that many cryptids. At least, like, maybe this ante is a little bit slow, but, you know, the previous 10 or whatever have been pretty fast. We started in ante 9, having just finished ante 8, and then now we're already on ante 22. So that's a pretty good pace. You know, 14 antes in 1 hour, but also 14 antes is only 14 rounds, because we've only been doing bosses, we've been doing full skip. Let's see here. Throwback is now 8.75. That's potentially a new world record. I mean, it's bigger than the world record. All we gotta do is find the throwback now. So let's do this. Let's go split 'em, Baron and Mime here. We know this already scores like E80, plenty of points. So ship it. And then get the Mime money. Oh, back up to $2,000 dues. Can take the seed money here. Okay. Orbital tag, meteor tag. These give me plutonium. Okay. Copy per KO. Parking, maybe we can replace it with a brainstorm. What do you think? Take the plutonium. Credit card. $30 rerolls. Sorry. Skip tags. Not useful. Emperor. Judgment. I guess no on the judgment. Temperance, sure. Fool for temperance, sure. Could take a free roll here. Stick with the parking. Let's stick with the parking. Death, nope. We could. Inweasable? I'm gonna say no. The best thing that we want is to copy blueprint or possibly brainstorm. We don't have brainstorm. I think I'm not gonna take this. I think I'd rather go showman. This has too many things that are not blueprint that it could hit. I think I just keep the parking for the money. And then that way we can re-roll. Ah, bummer. Go next. There's the Serpent. Okay, copy the Burglar. Copy the parking. Does it? This is the part where you skip ahead. Skip to the part where we find the brainstorm. It hasn't happened yet, but you know it's gonna happen eventually. You know it's coming. It's only a matter of time. And then once we have the brainstorm, then we can start saving our money. We've got 50 cryptid cards so far. So the next ante is going to be ante 24. Ante 24, that's going to be again one of these, like, you know, ante 8 bosses. So we don't get to reroll for the Serpent in the next ante. That's something to keep in mind. So next ante we will need some amount of cryptids. We have to figure out what is the appropriate number of cryptids. We gotta do the tricky math problem. Or, instead of doing the math, we can just, I don't know, go 30 kings and then that's probably enough. And I still got 5 more hands left. That's so many hands. I'm sad. I'm sad the negative tag didn't hit the parking. We could have had the negative parking. We were so close. If we had just Gotten the cola. Cola for the double negative. Instead we got negative red card. Negative weed joker. Rocket's okay. Rocket gives me $7. Also, it looks cool. Yeah, I was saying this before. Constellation and Supernova, they have like the dark background, and then when it's negative, it's a light background. I think the light background looks really cool on the rocket. Supernova is not that great because it's kind of bland. It's kind of all dark, and then the negative is all white and washed out. But the rocket has, you know, some kind of foreground art. The rocket itself, kind of cool. I like the jokers that aren't just a guy in a different hat or like a different costume or whatever. I like reserved parking. I like the design of it. I like the shortcut and the trading card and the rocket gift card. Anyway, let's go Baron here. Mime. Sorry, I always do them in the wrong order. This is 80. At least with like the scoring taking so long and the money taking so long, it gives me like a second to mute the mic and drink my coffee. Okay. Percolator back in. $9 on the rocket. Nice. Okay. Skip tags, we've got foil, we've got double. Money tree for interest. We got $2,000 dues. We can re-roll. I mean, we get like $1,000 every round, so we can re-roll like 50 times. Give me a negative golden ticket. It's happened before. It can happen again. People are always memeing. People are always like, oh, give me the negative, what is it? Negative showman or whatever. I don't need that. I don't need it to be fancy. Just give me the golden ticket. I would take a negative business card. Anything that gives me money. That's not a business card, but I guess that's acceptable. So parking is out now. Bummer. What I really like about Brainstorm, I'm gonna put the rocket in front, but what I like about the Brainstorm is I could do this. I could take the percolator and I don't have to like line it up with the blueprints. I just put it over here and then go next. Alright, Violet Vessel. Now Burglar on the left. Ship it. So, our hands are small. What's the optimal? It's still Baron, right? We go Baron 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Mime is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I want to find polychrome cards. Okay. Now this definitely doesn't win. And we can, I mean, we can science it. Here you go. 3 kings definitely doesn't win. E16. Okay. Each cryptid card we said is like E6, right? We can test it right now. So cryptid 1 and then ship it. Okay, so that was E8-ish. Okay, okay, and then also we have -1. Okay, so this goes 32, and then 40, and then 48. 56. Man, counting by 8 is so hard. What's 56 plus 8? Don't tell me, I've got it. 56 plus 8, that's 64, and then 72, and then 80. Okay, so claim with king plus 18 in hand, or let's do this, let's go 19 total. With 19 total, we should be able to hit E80. I don't know how many cryptids that is, but I know I have 19 cards in hand. Let's ship it, and then we'll go mine for money. How about that E80? Actually calculated. That was 19. Hold on. Write that down. Write that down. Okay, got it. We could go back in time. If we go back in time, we have to fight an it goes to ante 24, right? So if we go back in time, then we get ante 24 bosses. We don't get the Serpent. And because we don't get the Serpent, we're forced to use our cryptids. I think we don't go back in time here. I think what we do is we just play it out. We just fight the Serpent. And we'll go back in time again in the future. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Buffoon pack? Nope. A plus 15 on the red card. We got $1 rerolls now. We can reroll a little bit. Maybe spin the wheel. No room for invisible Joker. Hey, look. It's a scholar. This is cool. I like these. I like the polychrome stone cards. It's not as cool as the poly gold card, but I don't hate this. The poly stone ones. $5 rerolls. Maybe we just keep going until we hit a hermit. Or a negative. Alright, maybe we don't spend all the money. We gotta save the money for the throwback in the future. Go next. We got the double coupon. I'm still hung up on that that negative parking. We could have had it. It was so close. Of all the unlucky things to happen in this run, that was the unluckiest. Alright, we get the Serpent, copy the Burglar, So now, because we have Brainstorm, we have 17 hands, even more hands, which means it's going to take even more time. My condolences. It's okay. You can skip this part. You can just skip to the end. We already have the Brainstorm. You know, what else interesting is there possible? At least we got the 32 times speed. Look, we're halfway done. Only 10 hands to go. This does mean, by the way, we don't need the cryptids for Serpent. Even E87, we already know that we can do that. I wish this blue seal, I wish this was diamonds. Because it's gonna get buried. It's gonna get lost in the sauce. We picked up the Burglar fairly early in this run, and because we had the Burglar, we haven't been able to do as much purple seal stuff. And we've been using our money to reroll bosses rather than using our money to reroll in the shop. And when there are tarot cards in the shop, we haven't been taking the tarot cards because we want Perkeo to copy cryptid and not copy tarot cards. All of this is to say the deck could use a little bit of work here. It could use a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of surgery. That's okay. We've got what we need. It's not pretty, but it'll get the job done. Alright, just one more. I'm going to play this one and keep the gold card. Okay. Play the 9. Copy the Baron. Ship it. Copy the Mime. We have to do it twice. We have to go through all of the kings for scoring. Oh, if you want, by the way, you can do this. You can, when it gets about halfway, you know, like there, you can say, okay, so the halfway point, that's E40. And then so when it gets all the way done, it's going to be E80. Except it's on the plasma deck, so E80 becomes E160. Actually, it'll probably be in the like 150, 155 range. You can also count the kings, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, however many, and then divided by however many points or whatever. And then so that helps you in the future when you don't have the Serpent. When you have like anti-32, there's going to be the anti-32 boss is not the Serpent, and you have to count how many cryptids you need. $145. It was a rough estimate. So like E150, close. Same ballpark, 145, 150. Alright folks, that's going to be it for part 2. We are still trying. Our end goal is to get the big throwback, right? So already we've got 10.25. We're trying to beat, the previous record was 7.5. We're trying to double it. Just skipping every round, we go skip all the way to the boss. The boss is always the Serpent. Serpent gives us extra cards in hand because we use extra hands from the Burglar. Okay, we've demonstrated the loop. You kind of get how it goes. What we're looking for now is we're looking for the upgraded Overstock voucher, We're looking for the extra Joker slot from the antimatter. And then maybe with the antimatter we can get our parking back, maybe we can get a showman and then use the showman to try to get another blueprint or brainstorm. But anyway, we will continue this one. This will be another live stream, a Twitch stream. If you're watching this, you know, the day that this video came out, then it'll be today. We're going to do it today at 4 p.m. Central, and then the VOD will be on YouTube the next day. All right, folks, take care.